I'll just do this.
Oh, it's recording.
Boop. Hello.
Welcome back to the Did We Stutter Show, aka the Marianne and Rachel Show. We're on episode 7. Episode 6 hasn't uploaded as of this date, but today's topic is gifts, and we think it's a good merge between Christmas, the gift giving season, but friendship as well, because when you give things, generally it means you like that person.
Generally,
Unless
you can kill people with kindness,
right? Or it's like,
but I don't do that.
If you don't give a gift, it's gonna be over your head for a long time and mess up the peace. So it's just better to give someone something,
Some love.
love.
I feel like gifts, it's a love language too for
That's
some
true.
people. It's a love language, or I'm thinking of you, or I thought of you. And
Indeed.
so.
Especially when it's not the birthday holiday gift season.
Yes, I do sometimes do surprise gifts for people. I'm actually really good at gifts, I think. Rachel, what do you think?
I got my gift from Marianne in the mail today. So she had asked me, she didn't say this, yo, what do you want for Christmas? But that's kind of what happened from Sephora. And so this hair brand I like to buy, and they recently are on Sephora, maybe as in a year ago, probably. I don't remember anymore. And so they have this new product line I've been wanting to try. And so Marianne sent me 2 bottles of the conditioner, which I tried out. It's like I use it to braid this.
Yay. I am sadly a Sephora Rouge member. If you know what that means, you know I spend a lot of money at Sephora because this is all Sephora right here. This is the ad.
The tag Sephora in the Instagram post.
I know, seriously. But I just remember talking to Rachel about how, as we grow older, we kind of tell people what we want now. Mm-hmm. Especially like I've been told that I'm hard to get gifts for, and it's like, I like anything. I'll swipe right to anything, I used to say, or swipe left. But I have to tell like my husband to like, oh, here's what I want. And I know I don't have to, but I already have a gift for him because I thought of something creative for him. Like this year I got him some logo, like I did a specialized t-shirt for him, and he really loves berries. So I did
like berries on it, like blueberries.
Yeah, blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries. So I made him a shirt that says blue, black, raz.
I want to see this.
I know. I actually made a few, like 2, because I was like, I don't know if these are gonna look great, and I got them on Etsy. But I just like, I guess gifting is my love language to people, and I think he feels bad, so he just always asks me what to get. And I actually talked to coworkers about that, and some they don't do gifts with their friend, they just do a card, or some friends or spouses they give them a list, like, oh, get this lotion I get that I don't want to get because it's expensive, like those
right.
type of gifts. But I just think it's so interesting how, like, as you grow older, you usually just afford what you want, which I found very empowering. Go capitalism.
I want this now.
I want this now.
It's coming tomorrow in the mail.
Exactly.
Yeah. Every day's Christmas, or every day can be Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
which is awesome.
The funny part about lists is that in the last probably 3 years, my dad, I think after getting some things he didn't exactly want, technical difficulties, y'all.
Sorry, yes. You just stare at me.
I'm back.
She's back.
I don't know what happened. That's really weird. But after a couple of years, probably of getting things that he was satisfied, he'll probably say, well, thanks for the thought, but, and so those comments aren't my favorite because, well, I'm doing the best I can with someone. As you say, your parents don't need anything. And so you're just trying to fill in some sort of blank. That's not socks, which actually they've asked me for socks before, which I've gladly given them. But so my dad gave a list, and this year's list was a specific book, another specific book, something to do with motorcycles, and then some other hobby he has. And so, headphones. He wanted some nice headphones because his broke. And so just stick to the list. And so he's never surprised. Well, he acts surprised, but he's like, oh boy, I always really wanted this. And we're like, well, who knew? It was on the list.
Oh my goodness. So speaking of lists, like I have nieces and nephews and they provide lists to me, but I never go off exactly on the list. It's more like inspiration for me. Because
Okay.
what if someone else gets the
The
same
same exact
gift?
thing.
I hate that. I hate that. So yay for the power of gift receipts. But I love the list for like inspiration, especially like some of these people are teenagers. I'm like, I don't know what they're like nowadays. What's going on? But it is interesting the involvement of the list from family members to parents. That's always interesting.
Yeah.
I bought my mom's like plane ticket, half of it. We split the plane
Okay.
ticket.
That's
I
good.
love you, Mom. Happy Christmas. Come on over.
Yeah.
So it just really depends on, it's so personality dependent too.
Right. That's true. True. Yeah. I think the most fun season of gifts is when you're a kid, I think, especially because you don't have an
Totally.
income. And even if you get allowance, it's not going to be your paycheck that you get in real life. And so, like, some of my favorite Christmases where my mom is really good at thinking of creative gifts that aren't the standard gifts you give a kid. So, like, one Christmas, I'm gonna chart, my computer's blinking at me, but I can talk. Oh, what's happening? We're having technical difficulties today,
Technical
y'all.
difficulties.
It keeps going out.
I can
I'm,
hear you.
I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm not gonna edit this out. This is just life happening. We're gonna do with it.
Life is full of happy accidents.
Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm sorry.
All
Anyway,
good.
back to the real world. So our mom was really good at giving us gifts that weren't,
Mm.
I don't know, the stuff we got some things like Toys R Us style gifts, but for example, one season, like we were in elementary school, I think, we were making lots of tents in the house using bed sheets, hair ties, and scrunchies. And so my sister and I shared a room, and our beds were parallel with a gap in between, probably like a 2-foot gap. And so we'd put sheets over the gap and put books on top of the sheet to keep it from sliding down. And then we'd attach the sheets using hair ties on the bedpost to the dresser that was across from our bed, and then stick the sheets into the drawer. And then we'd like
Oh.
camp out, eat Cheez-Its and stuff, and read books
Oh my
and
God,
play cards.
Cheez-Its.
And
Sorry.
so we had oh yeah, Marion loves it. Well, actually, Sean too loves Cheez-Its, like
We love
Cheez-It
Cheez-Its.
junkies. And so that Christmas, we got camping tents that we put up in the house instead, in the
Aw.
backyard. And we used them for years until, like, I think the poles were made of fiberglass until they started to split. And my brother would wrap them up with some sort of like electrical tape, and we kept using them. And then my mom texted us probably 2 years ago saying, "Found your tents in the attic. Do you want them?" And I'm like, I don't, do they still, did it disintegrate?
Yeah.
But that was one of our favorite Christmases because we liked building the tents because it was also it was a feat if it didn't collapse in our bedroom because the bed sheet's not very strong. But it was just fun to build them. I liked using the scrunchies for it. I don't know why. And then another really good Christmas we had was, I don't know how old I was, but we got, my favorite things were what I could use all at once. So what I ended up using all at once was a pink tutu, a wig, a hat with a felt hat with a sequin sash around the brim or something. And then I got a Game Boy
Oh.
with Zelda. And I wore all my whole outfit and I played my Game Boy. And then my great grandfather came over the house and I opened the door and he was like, "Oh, hello." Because I was in my get up. And my sister had a tutu too.
How old were you?
Oh gosh, probably no more than 9, maybe 8. And 9's too old for a tutu. Probably 7, 8.
That is so, I wish I had a picture of that. Like
I do have pictures.
I would have matched you because I was so, as an only child, of course I love gifts. Duh. Like, not gonna lie, I was spoiled. Love you parents. I was spoiled. But I would get all my gifts and like line them up or put them on and like have a parade, and like it is so nostalgic how innocent that time was, and how
Yeah, so fun.
you didn't have to pay bills. And
What's a bill?
what's a bill? I
What
have
are
to go to
taxes?
school. What is this? I loved your story about the tents. That reminds me of that Pride and Prejudice moment when they're under the covers.
Oh, I love that scene.
Yeah, very sister, very cute. And
That would not be my sister. She's
Yeah.
not into that.
It's true.
Shout
I
out to
think-
the sister.
But it also reminded like what your mom saw something and her gift to you was an act of love to improve that experience. And I think that's why I love gift gifting. Like, oh, like I'll see something, I'll think of that person. Oh, this will be funny, or this will make their life better, or this will be fun, and this will give them a good smile on their face.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what your mom did. And I love that about gifts.
Yeah.
Like it just kind of enhances your relationship and your friendship sometimes.
Yeah.
It's not required,
Mm-hmm.
but it definitely is an act of love.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
many thoughts on gifts.
Right.
Just coming out.
Yeah. Oh, I think that year we got hula skirts too, actually. Now I think about it. I don't know what was with the hula skirts. That's random. But we would put on the tutus and do Jane Fonda workout videos in the living room.
This reminds me, so Rachel and I used to be roommates,
Yep.
by the way, back in the day, and we would watch a lot of Ellen videos. I remember we watched Sophia, Grace,
Oh,
and Rosie
Sophia
on
and
Ella.
Grace,
That's what
yeah.
I'm thinking. Like you and your sister, a little Sophia, Grace, and Rosie. We're probably like teenagers now. In your tutus, just like living the dream. Just
With
living
center
the
right,
dream.
center left, shut that weight.
We can do that today. We can put tutus on and bust a move.
I'll pass.
Um,
I wonder if my mom has those tutus. But yeah, so those are my two favorite. Oh, and the Christmas I got a bicycle. That's always fun. I got a
that's
bicycle on
always
Christmas.
fun. I used to ride my bike everywhere. I was a big biker
Mhm.
person. And now I'm like I don't even know how to work gears on a bike. Like I'm
Oh,
so bad.
That's not good.
That's
It's like a
not
life
I'm
skill.
so bad. I know. I don't know how to work I'm so bad. I don't know why. Like, I don't know. That's what I get. But I think I had another thought on gifts was for me, being Asian and Asian culture, gifts are just customary. It's like a sign of respect, a sign of gratitude. So I've always been surrounded by gifts, to be quite honest. Like Rachel knows my mom is going to get a C's candy box and give it to everyone, all the neighbors and everyone and all these things. And, I remember going to the Philippines where my mom is from, shout out Philippines. And you would bring a balakabine box. That's the Tagalog balakabine. I'm probably saying it wrong because it's been a while. It's been a while since I've heard it. I can talk a few words in Tagalog, but I'm really good at listening. So I'm listening. I know what you're saying. But basically it's a box of just all the goodies, all the things from the US to the family in the Philippines. So I've always just seen that and just seeing my parents, like we go out to dinner, they'd always buy. If someone came to visit them, they'd always treat them. Like I've just always seen gift giving in those type of ways. So I've kind of just, it's not like, oh, I'm going to do this for you. You do this for me. It's just a way, it's a custom. It's just a way of living and showing you're respecting that person's time. And we don't expect anything back. It's just how gifts are in Asia. And I mean, look at all those shopping malls. There's some big malls over there. There's some major shopping to be had. So yeah, that's just something I've thought about gifts, not just during the holidays, but just throughout the year, throughout the seasons.
Yeah, that's something I noticed when I was living with Marianne and her mom. I think one of the first things we did when I moved there was go out to eat, and I met all her cousins and her aunts and uncles. And it was do you remember what type of, was it Thai restaurant? I don't remember. Asian cuisine.
So many restaurants.
I can't remember what it was anymore. It was good that I remember that part. But then it was I was wondering how it was going to work. Was one person paying? Because I didn't know I was just going along for the ride. And I think your mom ended up paying. I think. And it was a little bit of a battle for the check. But after a while, I learned this is a battle for the check. Mrs. Ho wins, and you just get her back later somehow. We figure out how to get her back in a good way. You paid, you'll do something else. But Mrs. Ho was very generous in that way, and Marianne too. Oh,
well, thanks. That is a very, that's very me and my mom's story, fighting for the check. One time my husband, Sean, we visited cousins in California. This is the other side of the family. And they always, whenever we visit them, they treat us. One time they visited us and Sean was super slick. Before the meal ended, he went to the waiter and he paid.
Oh,
and I remember
like
my
he's going to the
Asian
bathroom.
cousins. Yeah, my Asian cousins were like we're shocked, just
Aw.
completely shocked, like, huh? And I'm like, he's learned from my mom and from others what to do. And he told them, he goes, whenever we visit you guys, I don't pay for anything, so this is my chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's just really funny how you definitely have to, it's definitely a skill. It's an acquired
Strategy.
skill and strategy. But yeah, pay me in food. That's okay with me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I was talking to my mom recently and I was like, I just want a good meal. We always need to eat because we're always going to be hungry. And when I'm not hungry, I still want to eat, and just give me some good food.
Totally.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with Sean about gifts, of like, do I give gifts to like the post office person and UPS? And Sean used to work for a package company back in the day, and he was like, Marianne, you do not have to do that. They get paid very well, and they get a ton of those at every house. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I was really like, oh, I should do this. Like, I'm in a new house. They have to like drive up and like, and like back in and do this. And he was like, don't do it. And I was like, oh, well, if there was like a teacher or someone, I would probably like give you a gift, by the way. But it's just funny, like gifts to give for people who are just doing their job and doing a great job, like all my packages come in time.
Yeah.
But it was just so funny. He was like, do not give them a gift.
Yeah. I was talking with someone who does UPS, and they said that some people like to get on certain routes in the nicer neighborhoods because they get gifts at Christmas. And if they have retirees and things they chat with, they give very nice gifts at the end of the year or whenever, because they're appreciative. And I'm like, it's not. I wanted to report that on your taxes if people give you. Nah.
Depends on the amount.
Okay, yeah.
I think it depends on the amount. Like you can't.
Taxes.
I know.
Season's coming next month, right? Our paperwork should come next month.
Get ready, everyone. Buy your gifts now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I have another question. How do you do your holiday shopping?
Oh, like online?
Yeah. How do you just do holiday shopping in general?
Online?
Just online.
Though I did buy one thing in person this year because I didn't like what I had bought. And I replaced it. It's good because I kind of want to keep it, but I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to give it away. Does that answer the question? It's not a very complicated answer because I do miss going to the store sometimes. So I had some free time. I went to the mall and I was like, I noticed the stores weren't as well stocked as they are, like bursting at the seams. So I was also looking for a pair of sneakers, which I can't really find a pair I like that doesn't cost like $150. I'm like, it's not even leather. Why is it $150?
Yeah.
I just think I'm cheap. That's my confession. I'm cheap.
I'll send you some sneakers options.
Oh, okay.
I got you.
Okay. I can't find ones that are cute. This is not the topic, but okay. Moving on. Beyond the fact that I feel like sneakers aren't as well made anymore and they're more money. Anyway, what was the question? Gifts? Oh, I went because I used to like going and browsing and looking for a gift because before I got more into online shopping. But I noticed the stores first weren't as well stocked this year. I think it probably has to do with supply chain stuff. But at the same time, I was like, no one needed that crap anyway. It's just a bunch of junk. Ugly Christmas junk usually. But it was kind of nice, or like waiting in a long line, people watching. I mean, I hated long lines back then, but now I'm like, I wouldn't mind a long line now. Just bring a book, people watch, make a friend in line. I like to chat to strangers, talk to strangers. I should probably cut back on that. People are weird these days.
Oh man, I love it.
Thank you for sharing.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. I was just wondering, for me, because I'm like really into giving gifts. Like if I see something on sale or like in a shop, I don't go in-person shopping that much, only when I'm with my mom, because that's what she's really into. And I'm not into that anymore, but I will go with her. But if I see something online or on sale or like in person, I will probably buy that gift, even if it's like March, like, oh,
Okay,
this
yeah,
will
I've done
be
that
their
too. Yeah.
this will be their Christmas gift or birthday gift. And then yeah, I do mine all online, and I think I always look on like Black Friday, like if
Mm.
there's a deal. Like I have a whole strategy. And then I like look on Amazon, you can like put things in your cart and see when the latest they can deliver it. And then you get like promotional credits. So I have all these credits because I've delayed all the
Oh,
gifts.
and you get like a credit for Prime Video or something or whatever.
I get mine, you get like digital stuff. So I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
mine. So
Okay.
I spent mine all on books, duh. And I'm so glad to get some free books. So, and then sadly though, when I online shop for others, I do online shop for myself. Like
That's
I
my next
definitely
question.
did that. Definitely
Treating
did that.
yourself, gifting to yourself.
I did that for Sephora. I got some Yves Saint Laurent YSL lip stuff, and it came with a cute little clutch. And I was like, I just want the clutch and maybe the lipstick too.
Cool beans.
So
Yeah. I have some gifts to myself that I'm staring at in the cart, and I'm like, I don't need this, but I kind of want it. And then I was
yeah.
like, but I could buy the sneakers instead, or I could buy some t-shirts. I want some long sleeve shirts. So I'm like, I'm trying to decide to strategize. Do I need this? Do I want this? Or should I get this?
Yeah.
So that's you let it sit in your cart, you meditate on it, you edit it throughout the week. You let it sit
I'm
there
the
some
same.
more, and then you edit it, you add stuff back. You see a price change? Ooh, buy now.
I think I just let it sit though for like a day.
Oh, I let it sit for a long time.
Oh, for a day. And I'm like, I'm still thinking about it. I'm just going to buy it. And if I don't like it, I'll return it. That's what I go with. I'll just return. I go to places where it's easy to return things too.
Yeah. Amazon has a really easy return thing. I had to return something that I bought. I thought it was going to work, didn't work. And I took it to the local UPS store, and they said, don't even bring the box it came in. Just you get a barcode from them.
I've done that. I've done
so
that too.
Easy. Like
it was so easy.
Freaky fast. And I was like, oh, Amazon's got it down. I tried to just distribute my funds away from Amazon, but they make it so easy that I just keep coming back, even though I feel like they don't treat us right sometimes. Just saying.
Yeah, I've been spreading the love, like
right.
Nordstrom, Target, local, Etsy. I do a lot of Etsy. But yeah, I do love shopping. I'm not gonna lie. Like that is innate. I call shopping research. I'm researching this. See if I need it. Let's do some more researching.
I did a lot of research today, working on my shopping cart, thinking about it, editing it, changing stores. Which store has just lower shipping threshold? I'll go to the lower shipping threshold, so I buy less stuff.
It's so funny. We are so programmed of like, wait, I have to pay for shipping. Like,
yeah,
wait a second. Like, are you sure?
But it's the smaller people that make you pay for shipping. This is a place that sells fountain pens, and I wanted a new fountain pen, and they have an $85 threshold to reach the $85 threshold. I'm like, I don't really need that much stuff. I just want like 3 things. And so I went to another one called Jet Pens, which is a Japanese, US-based company. They show a lot of Japanese stationery, which really is the best. Asia has the best stationery. Korea and Japan, definitely. And Taiwan too. And they have a lower threshold of 35. And so I kind of like redid the order, and I'm deciding which company I want to go with.
Good researching, Rachel.
Yeah.
I love it.
I just need to make well, the thing is, you spend potentially the same amount of time you would if you went to the store, because I look at it all the time and I keep editing it for days. It's my study break. I'm like, work break. Link. Let's edit the cart.
I've definitely been shopping with you, and I've seen this delay.
I know, it's annoying. I know myself, because Marion knows I'm super cheap. I don't like to spend money. I've gotten much better. I will give myself that shout out. I've gotten much better.
You've gotten so much better. And me, like, I know what I want instantly, and it's not all the time. I've definitely gotten more minimalist, but I know what I want and I'll buy it. Like, boom, seconds. That's how I found my Christmas tree. I was like, that's the one. Like, boom, boom, boom. I do wonder for people who hate shopping. Like, I don't think I know, other than my husband, who like,
he's a dude though.
That's true, he's a dude. But I guess I remember a coworker that did and was like, shop for, or someone shop for me. Or like she was like, I give up. We
You can
just did
hire
like
someone
gift
to do that.
cards. I would be so good. That should be like, I have like this career list of like, if I could, or if maybe that could, I think I'd be a really good shopper. That'd be fun. I would have fun spending someone else's money.
Yeah.
Just
You would.
saying.
Yeah. I got a text message. My phone is too close. It blinked at me. Yeah. That'd be interesting job, a personal shopper.
I think that'll be fun. I mean,
Wonder what they make. How much is it per client? Is it contract based? Is it hourly?
yeah, that's true. Yeah, transportation. Like if you have to go, if something's run out and you have to run and get it, and you need it ASAP. We're gonna look into. And if you are a personal shopper, let us know.
Marion wants an in.
I want an in. Yay.
Yeah.
That's gifts. I think we're winding down.
I think we're winding down. I think I'm crashing too. I'm tired. Well, thanks for tuning in to episode 7. It's kind of weird that I can't talk either. We've been doing this for about 2 months, I think, probably pushing 2 months.
Oh my gosh, we have. It's
Yeah.
crazy. We've been busy shopping, so the time has been passing. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, cool beans. Well, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll catch you guys later.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay. Okay. So,